Welcome back to this day in History Facts. Today is June 25th, and we're diving deep into the most powerful and unforgettable events that happened on this very day throughout history. From legendary battles to landmark civil rights decisions, this day has shaped nations, ideas, and lives. Let's begin our time travel journey. Part 1, before 1900. 1080, in the chaos of the First Crusade, the Jewish community of Werlinghofen in Germany was tragically massacred. It's a haunting reminder of the religious violence that stained medieval Europe. 1139, at the Battle of Arique, Alfonso I led Portuguese forces to a decisive victory over the Moors. This wasn't just a battle, it was a defining moment that laid the foundation for Portugal as a sovereign kingdom. 1183, the Peace of Constance was signed between Holy Roman Emperor Frederick Barbarossa and the Lombard League. It marked a rare truce in centuries of war between imperial power and Italian city-states. In 1298, mobs led by a fanatic named Rindfleisch attacked Jewish communities in Germany, marking a terrifying episode of religious violence. 1483, in England, Parliament declared Edward V illegitimate, paving the way for Richard III to claim the throne. A move that would spark decades of political unrest and inspire Shakespeare centuries later. 1876, one of the most dramatic military defeats in American history took place. Custer's last stand at the Battle of the Little Bighorn. Native American warriors, led by Sitting Bull and Crazy Horse, overwhelmed U.S. troops in a defiant stand for their land. Part 2, early 20th century. 1906, architect Stanford White was shot and killed during a theater performance in New York. His murderer, Harry Thaw, husband of Evelyn Nesbit, a former lover of White. The scandal gripped America's Gilded Age elite. 1910, the Mann Act was passed in the U.S., criminalizing the transport of women across state lines for immoral purposes. Though aimed at stopping human trafficking, it was controversially used to target political enemies. Also in 1910, composer Igor Stravinsky premiered his masterpiece, The Firebird, in Paris. It launched his career and changed the world of music forever. 1938, President Franklin D. Roosevelt signed the Fair Labor Standards Act, setting minimum wage, banning child labor, and introducing the 40-hour work week, basic protections millions rely on even today. 1941, Finland officially joined Nazi Germany in launching attacks against the Soviet Union in what's known as the Continuation War. It's a dark chapter in Finland's World War II history. 1947, a diary written in hiding during the Holocaust was published in the Netherlands, The Diary of Anne Frank. It would become one of the most important accounts of Jewish life under Nazi persecution. Part 3, mid to late 20th century. 1950 war exploded on the Korean Peninsula as North Korea invaded South Korea across the 38th parallel. It marked the start of the Korean War, drawing in the United Nations, China, and the U.S. into a brutal conflict still unresolved today. 1962, in a landmark decision, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled that school-sponsored prayer in public schools was unconstitutional. The case, Engel versus Vitale, reinforced the separation of church and state. 1973, Kim Campbell was sworn in as Canada's first female prime minister. Though her term was brief, she broke a major glass ceiling in Canadian politics. 1975, after nearly 5 centuries of Portuguese colonial rule, Mozambique declared independence. Samora Machel became its first president and a symbol of African liberation. 1978, the rainbow flag, now a universal symbol of LGBTQ+ pride, was flown for the first time at the San Francisco Gay Freedom Day Parade. Designed by artist Gilbert Baker, it's become an icon of love and identity. 1990, in Cruzen versus Director, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled that competent individuals have a constitutional right to refuse life-sustaining medical treatment. It was a turning point in the right to die and medical ethics debate. Part 4, Modern Era. 1996, a devastating truck bombing struck the Khobar Towers in Saudi Arabia, killing 19 American servicemen and injuring hundreds. It exposed growing threats from extremist groups in the region. 1997, hip-hop legend Jay-Z dropped his debut album Reasonable Doubt. The album didn't just launch a career, It helped redefine East Coast rap for a generation. And there you have it, June 25th, a date rich with battles, breakthroughs, scandals, and social revolutions. If you enjoyed this journey through time, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Drop a comment below. Which event surprised you the most? See you tomorrow for more history unfolded, because every day has a story to tell.